Hi, it's Sunday. It's how will you bring life to your 2022, day 9. And it's raining. It's not raining hard, thankfully. Um, and because we're with family this weekend, um, yeah, there's just a little closet of time. But of course, I'm thinking of you guys every single day. And today is really exciting because wow, yesterday was a moment of, oh my God, can we say walking on the dark side? Um, Looking at something that has been really a challenge for me for a while. I'm sure I'm not alone in that challenge. So that's what I appreciate about it. It's kind of like I tell you, no matter what you're feeling, trust me, there's a bunch of other people who are feeling the same thing. So totally normal. Um, so thank you for joining me yesterday. Thank you for your comments. Uh, and thank you to my dear friend, you know who you are, who helped me so much yesterday with that um, unresolved conflict. So, oh my gosh, the difference, what a difference 24 hours makes. I mean, you can see it in my face. Probably the difference because I'm not sitting in the car, I'm outside, and I always feel so much more me, so much more, I don't know, I guess I just need a big space. So sitting in the car is a little bit different. But here's what I discovered. And so I'm hoping that the same kind of discovery lies in wait for you. Because whatever's happening in my world, it's not about me, it's about what I'm experiencing. But this Facebook Live, I'm hoping, is a way to show, to shine the light on stuff that we all go through that isn't necessarily perfect. It's messy, it's uncomfortable, it's sometimes it's really fun. But when we go through it, wow, when we go through it, it is so cool. So the reason I love doing what I do is because I know on the other side of going through something that okay, can I admit it? Really didn't want to go through. Is amazing stuff. So, top three things, because I hope it's not going to pour, but that'll be such a boring Facebook Live. So it's going to be short. It's just Sunday, and this is short. And we'll do something else tomorrow. So here's the piece that's so exciting. Number one is being willing to share that with you yesterday actually opened a doorway for me to see that um, something I teach all the time and I believe all the time, but didn't see in that moment. And that is when you're pointing at somebody else for whatever, there's always three fingers pointing back at you. It's always about you. Okay, well, that's kind of aggravating on the one hand, but it's really exciting on the other hand because it means you can do something about it. So the first thing is, it's always about you. I hate it, but I trust it. And I only hate it when I'm in the middle of it. When I get through it, I go, yeah, wow, I can do something about that. Number two is this was wild. When you have unresolved conflict with a person, and in that conflict is just in your head, can you spell where I was yesterday? That other person has no clue what you've been doing. They have no clue about their impact on you, and they have no clue that you're mad or that they're like they're innocent. So how many times do we do this with our families? Hi, good morning. How many times do we do this with our families? It's often a husband and wife. I'm mad at you because of whatever, and you ought to be able to read my mind. Well, that's old. People know this for a long time. What surprised me about this yesterday, given that I teach communication skills, I teach conflict stuff, I teach self-awareness, I teach all that stuff. So who you'd think would know better, got caught in something that was so old. It was traveling beneath the surface of my awareness. I had no idea until I spoke it. And so what I love to invite you guys to do is to understand that whatever is happening, we've said this before, but I think it bears repeating. Whatever is happening actually is there to help you. And so nothing to feel bad about, nothing to be ashamed about. It's like we all go here totally normal. And if I can be the poster child for, oh yeah, that's totally normal, I'm thrilled. Um, but when you a get to it and you're unaware of it, there's nothing you can do about it until something happens when you go, oh, what am I doing? And that is the doorway. Until then, you're just doing the best you can. The other thing is when you have that in your head about somebody, they did something, but it's not a conversation, it's just something you're holding in your head. it turns a person into an abstraction. Like, wow. So we got to where we were going. Here's the person. All after my conversations with you, met him with a hug. He met me with a hug. Yeah, yeah, it's inside. So that's my favorite part of this report is to say, you know what? All of this can be addressed with a reinvention mindset, which means change is normal, which means change starts with me, and it's an opportunity to bring more life into whatever you're doing. So it the whole conversation yesterday gave me the opportunity to bring more life into the conversations I'm having over the next couple of days. And it's amazing. It's like so awesome. I highly recommend it. And so the final piece I will tell you as the rain comes down um, is that I'm so grateful for conversation. And so the little piece I unpacked yesterday, in which I really want to really shine the light on for everybody who's watching this, is sometimes you just have to talk to somebody about it. You just have to admit, you know what, I'm feeling this, whatever it is. It's typically, hi, good morning. It's typically not, joy or whatever. It's typically something that you don't want anybody to know about. And it's that act of letting someone that you trust know about it that solves everything. Margaret, how are you, my darling? It's the telling someone. When I was a drug and alcohol counselor, it was about admitting the exact nature of whatever the circumstances were. And it's that admitting that actually buys you such joy, such grace, such opportunity. So on a rainy Sunday morning, I'm thinking about you. I'm appreciating you for traveling with me these 31 days. Because anybody can be cool for a day, for an hour, for a minute. But it's the journey that we're taking together. It's the 31 days showing up. And for 31 days, I'm going, I wonder what's going to happen this morning. That makes this so exciting and also, okay, challenging unless you realize it's a gift. So, reinvention mindset tells me that every change I make is totally normal. And whenever it's time for me to change, and this was a big opportunity to change, which I'm so grateful for. And then it's a doorway to bringing more life, which I'm astonished. I haven't looked at yesterday because I was doing it in the car. But I have a feeling there's a lot more life right now than there was yesterday. So, thank you for holding the space for this. I hope that these pieces are shining a light on something that you can use. And good morning, Margaret. And um, it's all part of the party. It's all part of the party. So, I'm wishing you a gorgeous, gorgeous Sunday. And I'm leaving you with, I always try and leave you with three things. Number one is you're awesome. Whatever you're doing is your best in this moment. And if you get an inkling that you could do something different, you could change something up, you know what? Change will bring more life to whatever you're doing. So take a chance and make that change. The second thing is that conversations nourish us. So whoever you have in your life who is a good listener and who loves you and will hear you and let you process, like I did yesterday, that is a treasure beyond compare. Take care of those folks and go to them and let them hear you. And the third thing is make noise, take up space, because the world needs you. Even if it's messy, find a place where you can do that safely. Make noise, take up space. And I hope some of that noise and some of that space is joy. So, I'm Maya Beatty, and I'll see you next time.